Hi guys, Johnny Wilson here, Nottingham Physio and Fitness Collective. Great studio here for increasing fitness levels. So if you're interested, check them out. They're in my Springfield in Nottingham, so always nice to collaborate with local partners. Okay, so today we're going to work on our running mechanics and in particular our static balance, single leg balance in a running sense. Running is a skill just like swimming is and tennis is. So if you're looking to reduce your risk of future injury and improve your running economy and running efficiency, it's a great exercise. And it also helps you if you're going to do windmills or dive it. So how do we do it? So first of all, I'm going to be in that single leg stance. So single leg stance, I'm just on one leg. And I've got some points of reference. So you can see my toe, my foot is in equinus. It's in plantar flex. It's pointing towards the floor. My first thing is to bring my toes to the sky, my toes to nose. So I'm bringing my toes. This is really important because having your toes to your nose is going to have a different effect on your relationship with the ground. It's going to improve your relationship with the ground. And what I mean by that is you're going to become a more bouncy runner and you're going to be able to regain the energy from the ground by having a dorsiflex foot. It also has an effect on, so if you're suffering from ankle sprains and your recurrent ankle sprains, if you're hitting the ground in a plantar flex or equinus position, you're more likely to turn and roll your foot outwards. So those people who impact the floor in a more dorsiflex position, theoretically, they're less likely to roll their ankle as well. So my first one is my toes to my nose. There's my first system check. My second one is I want to make sure my heel is in line with my calf here. So I bring my toes to my nose, and now I'm going to check what my heel is. So is it too far out in front? Is it too far behind? Or is it just in line? So if my heel can almost touch my calf, I'm in a good position. So now I've got two checks. First one is toes to the sky or toes to nose. And second one is, where is my heel? Is it too high up? Is it too low down? Is it too far forward? Is it too far back? Or is it in a good position? So, toes to the sky, heel to calf. Third one is socket to pocket. So, I'm looking at my arms. Shoulder socket, back pocket. Now, a high elbow at the back, right? You see a lot of runners, they've got a lazy arm here. So their arm is there, or they're here, or they're doing the Peter Crouch. We don't want that. What we want is a high elbow drive at the back. So really pushing back, because this is the part that's going to really work, okay? Now, statically, this leg here at the moment is on fire. So I'm working really hard from an ankle strategy, trying to maintain my balance. And if my ankle strategy isn't great, then I'm going to have to use a hip strategy to maintain my balance. Now, the best strategy to use is an ankle strategy. So if I've had recurrent ankle sprains, again, maybe I'm using more of a proximal, so closer to the head strategy, a hip strategy, and we don't want that. So my lower limb muscles at the moment are really working hard to maintain this balance. Toes to nose, heel to calf, socket, shoulder socket, so my thumb is close to my shoulder socket, and this thumb is close to my back pocket, socket to pocket, and I've got a high elbow. And then I'm going to try and straighten myself up to make sure, imagine there's a string pulling me there, and I'm leaning forward a touch. That is the running position. And that is the position that we want to hold. Now I'm better on my right side, and that's why I demonstrated on my right side. So on my left side, my single leg balance isn't as good. This is the side I need to really practice. So again, I'm going to go through my systems check. So heel to calf, very close to it. We don't want a wide running gait. We don't want a gait that's tandem or scissors. We want a gait that's like that. Toes to nose. Make sure my heel comes up in line with my calf. It's not too far forward, not too far back. Socket to pocket, high elbow at the back. Lean forward so the weight should be on the midfoot and not on my heel. So I should be slightly leaning forward and maybe be able to put a credit card under my heel. Straighten myself up, relax through the face, tight through the core muscles, and there is another good static running posture. So if I'm getting my static running posture right, then I can move that on to dynamic movements. So just what we do when we're running, changing that position all the time, making sure that I'm in a good position, my toes are always up towards the ground, up towards the sky, my heel is always coming up towards my calf, I've always got good elbows, and then I can start moving that forwards and backwards and across here. And then I'd also use that when it comes to my windmills and divers. So my starting position for my windmill is my running stance. So I'm going there, all the way down, touch, drive back up into that position. So again, I'm practicing that. If I'm going into my reverse lunge, I'm starting off in that position, reaching backwards, again leaning backwards, good hand position, drive up, and I finish off in my static running position. So you can see it's a very functional movement. You will find that the muscles around your lower leg are screaming. With regards to repetitions and the time that you would hold this position, number one, you want to get the position right, and then it's about practicing it. So you might find that you're only able to tolerate that for a few seconds. You might build it up to 20 seconds. I wouldn't go any further than that. I'd probably do 2 sets of 20 seconds, and then I would develop it on that I get my position and I make it more dynamic, and I'm either bringing in a reverse lunge to it, or I'm bringing in a windmill to it. But the idea of getting that position right first is really important. Hope you enjoyed that, guys, and